Okay, step one of turning on the fryers outside to do fish fry or chicken or whenever anybody needs to turn on the fryers. You come in here, in this room here, and right here is your gas line. When the lever is this way, that means the gas line is off. To turn them on, you just have it in line with the pipe. That will turn the gas on to the fryers. Okay, after you turn the gas on, you'll come out here and you need to plug it in. The plug in goes right down here in this little box. Just a normal plug in. That turns it on and you will start to hear the fryers click.
And there's a switch?
No switches.
No switch on this box?
No, that box stays live. The switch in that box is for the lighting.
Gotcha.
Then you're gonna wanna come around here. And it doesn't matter which one you do first. Out of the 3 burners, you have to get in here, and this is your gas valve. It's got on, off, and pilot. You need to turn it to pilot, and the button you need to hold the button down. As you're holding the button down, you got to get this flame. And it's going to take a minute because the gas has to come through the line from inside. So it's not going to ignite at first. You're basically you're bleeding the gas line. As I said, it takes a minute for it to do this.
So you can just hold
Right
it down
now-
for a minute? You can
now,
hold it
you
down
will-
for a minute and then
You have
smell
to-
gas?
Yeah, you will. But you have to keep this button held down for the gas to circulate and the air to get out of the line. Right now I've got a pilot lit back in here. I don't know if you can see it. If you come up through here, there's just a little bitty flame at the end of that nozzle. And that's your pilot light. Now I got it pilot light lit. The next step you need to do is turn your gas valve to on. Nothing's gonna happen right now until you shut the door and turn this knob on. So once you shut the door and turn that on, you'll hear a woof. Your fryer is on now. Basically, you can put it at whatever temperature you want it at. You do the same thing in all 3. It shouldn't take as long to light these now because we got gas to the fryer. Okay. The hard part is getting the lighter in there. There, I got the pilot on. The pilot is hard to see, but when you're down here on it, you will see it. And you see there's flames that, oh, it went out. If you release the button and it goes out, it just means the thermocouple's not hot enough. You need to hold down the button longer so the thermocouple can heat up so it stays lit. And it's windy out, so wind could have a factor sometimes trying to light this. Now I've got it lit. Basically turn your gas valve to on, shut your door, and you hear a woof, and your gas is on. Do the same thing to the third one, and that's how you start the fryers. Okay, now after you have your fryers and you're done with your event or you're done using them, the next step is to filter the fryers.
And you want to do it when it's hot, right?
Yes, you want, not necessarily hot, you can let the grease cool down to a certain degree, but it's just got to be liquefied. It just can't, like if you're out here in the winter time, it can't, you know, obviously you got to get the grease heated up to where it's going to run. Inside this box is where the grease comes, and this is where our filter's at. The white button always needs to be on the right. That is the power of the filter itself. So that stays on at all times. To filter, and you only can do 1 at a time. You cannot do 2 at a time because you'll overflow the grease trap. To filter the grease, it's very simple. You have a yellow and a black lever. The black lever releases the grease down into the filter. So right now, all you're gonna do is you're gonna turn that lever. Why ain't we coming out? There you go. Now it's coming. Okay, something in the line. That's gonna filter all your grease into this compartment. As you see up here, all the stuff is going down. When the grease filters all the way down, you'll notice it might gurgle or bubble. That is the air in it, so you know that it's almost completely drained. Like I said, it doesn't take very long to do filtering of the grease. So right now we're almost to the bottom. The grease, you can see all the smudge, it's all rolling out. So the next thing you want to do, obviously it's out. You can look in here to see if the grease is still coming, and we still got a little bit, which is okay. Now we're gonna filter it. To start your filtering, you obviously want to close the line of the oil. The yellow handle, you turn it towards you, you will hear the filter pump kick on. You come up here, and your grease has been filtered, going back into your grease trap. Once that is done, you will hear it start bubbling air. That is telling it the filter is completely done draining of the grease. What you will do is come down and just turn your yellow lever back off. So it takes a little bit for it to pump the grease back in, but as soon as you'll notice, it'll start spitting those, and it'll start just like air will start coming through the lines.
That's how you change it. And that's how you change it.
Okay, so after you're done cooking, you come down here, you turn this off, open the door, you want to open the drain, open the yellow valve, and now the oil is going into the filter, and then it returns back into the cooker here. So what you want to do is you want to grab the grate, you want to take it out, set it to the side, and with this tool here, you want to rake and stir the bottom to get all the crumbs to go to the bottom. And they're going to go out the drain. The drain's in the front, so if the drain plugs up, you want to take this tool and put it right here, and you're going to clean the drain out. While that's happening, you take a pan. You take the pan, you can get some of the oil that's coming back, or you can scoop some oil out of there. You want to use this oil to wash everything. You're going to wash that. You're going to wash that. You're going to wash all this. You want to look down the side here? Use that to wash the sides, and while it's doing that, you take a chore ball. That's a chore ball. It's just a piece of, almost like stainless steel or copper. You get a little bit of oil on it. You use that to scrub. You want to scrub all this burnt stuff while the oil's hot. Any place where there's a buildup, this is the time to do it while everything's hot. After you scrub, you take your pan, and you rinse again. You can look down inside there, you can see a buildup back in that corner. So you can use this tool for remove all that towards the drain. get it loose. Grab your pan. Get a little more oil in your pan. Use it to rinse that back. You want all this to rinse down to the filter before you fill this back up.
Are you draining it?
Just making a video. Okay, so that's pretty clean. That's a pretty clean coat. I'm going to take this again. I'm going to rinse again. I'm going to rinse back there again. Anywhere you see any cornmeal or flour or whatever build up, you just rinse it. And everything's been rinsed, and you think it's clean enough, you come down here, you close the drain, and you let it fill back up with oil. Put the grate back in. Done.
When you're done with the fryers, after you've filtered them and cleaned up after yourself, you just need to come in and turn the knobs to pilot. Make sure all your knobs are to pilot. Then what you're going to want to do is go back inside of the club and you're going to shut the gas valve off. That way the gas is off. And again, this is the same thing as you started. You're going to end up where you started. With the gas line, shut it off. That way there's not gas running at all times.
And the knobs need to be on pilot.
Yes, knobs to be on pilot.
Great, thanks.
Yep. Another thing while you're doing this, if you notice one of your fryers is low on grease and another one is high on grease, all you have to do is release the one that is high into the filter. You release a little bit of it into the filter. Shut the filter off. Whichever of your three is low, you're going to come to that one and just turn the pump onto it to get it to filter into another contraption.
Which is the yellow handle.
Which is the yellow handle. Always the yellow handle when you're wanting to put oil back in it. But this is how it is.
Alright, there's a little skinny box right here. It's full of these envelopes, and these are the filters for the fryer. You'll see there it says fryer filters. Here on the front, it even says fryer filters. You only need one, and we're gonna go change it.